All right, ladybugs. This message is meant to help those women that need, desire, and want this type of help that I'm getting ready to reveal. Number one, Happy New Year. Number two, here are my nails, my new nails. I went and got my nails done yesterday. I need a fill-in. They're a little shorter. I'm trying to keep them a little shorter because of Chloe, because of my granddaughter. But these are my nails. I paid $70 for a fill-in. Just to fill in, I have a little bit of bling on my ring finger. Inflation, it happens. It has happened for all the time of life. Prices go up, prices go down. Sometimes we feel like, oh my God, I don't have enough money. I don't have any extra money. I want to do this. I see so many people doing this and that. I don't have enough. Last year, I was out of town when my daughter wanted to tell me that she was pregnant. I told you all earlier last year that I had something I was going to tell you all this year. I was out of town looking at some properties, some Airbnbs, to be honest. And she kept calling me because I extended my stay. She kept calling me, asking me when was I coming home. And you ever had that feeling like something is a little off, but they don't want to tell you over the phone? And I said, just tell me. And she was like, I said, you have something to tell me, just tell me. And she said, Ma, I was asking when you would come back home. And I said, I wasn't going to come back for the next week. Anyway, I didn't sleep well one night. I wasn't sure. I knew it wasn't an emergency, but I knew it was something she wanted to tell me. So I changed my flight and I came back home. It was when I was in that hotel and the lock was broke on the door. That's when I went to the rodeo. So I came back home. And when I came back home, I flew in early in the morning. My flight got back about 6 o'clock in the morning. So I called her. I said, I'm home. What you doing? And she said, I'm asleep. I'll call you when I get up. She called me when she woke up, and that's when she told me she was pregnant. So the first thing I thought about was life, 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 expenses, life, expenses. And I said, Lord, my only child is about to have her first child. Okay, cool. When I got pregnant, my parents afforded me an opportunity to stay at home, go back to school, finish school, and create a life for myself that I wanted, needed, all that good stuff. My dad said as long as I didn't get pregnant with the second child, I had a free ride in life and he would take care of my daughter. So he honored that for 14 years. Well, when I hold on, because I don't have time for this today. When I came back home and added up all my expenses of what I was spending, how much things was costing, I was just thinking, what if an emergency comes up and she needs something and, this and this and that. So I started changing how I was getting my nails done. My nails would cost me from $150 to about $220. And I got my nails done every 3 to 4 weeks. Because you know how your nails grow out a little faster. Then I was thinking about this project that I was working on in a different state. And how it would work financially. And I was like, I can't afford to spend this kind of money and me do this and just in case type of moment. So I took another step and I added up how much money I was spending in hair, because at that time I had a sew-in done, but a specific hairstylist was doing my hair, and she has a few excuse me, celebrity hair style. She has a few celebrities that she does. So her prices were expensive, but the hair she had was nice. Y'all, $500 is what I began to save. $500 off of hair, Me cutting back from hair, nails, and eating out. $500 a month. That's $6,000 a year. Why am I saying this? Sometimes you're looking out to get something that's already with you within. You just don't sit and take time and calculate and budget. And you know how sometimes you're busy in life and you just swiping. For those of us that use credit cards, we use credit cards because we make money off of our credit cards. And that's just that. So when you're just swiping your card and you have a large credit card limit and you're just swiping, not really being a conscious consumer. When my daughter got pregnant, the first thing I thought about, if Nosha has some sort of urgency, not that she needs me, because my daughter works, by the grace of God, she's employed. She does well for herself. She doesn't have to ask me for anything. I'm just gonna be honest. But I still like to have a just in case. Just in case. So I said, Candy, you can't spend this kind of money anymore, or you shouldn't. Anything could happen. And I wanted to give her the same opportunity that was given to me when I had her. My dad worked, my mom didn't work. And I wanted her to be able to have a peaceful, easy pregnancy, but still, just in case something came up and maybe she wanted to not work the job that she is working anymore. She needed to quit, take some time off. She took a lot of time off last year during her pregnancy. Although she worked a bit much, she still took, y'all know how pregnancy can be. She took some time off. I just wanted to give her a fair opportunity and chance with life that was given to me. But even as I was doing that, all I could think about, what could I do with an extra $6,000 back in my pocket, not going out? How could I take that $6,000 and make me more money? So I said, okay. For the person that said my nails are goofy, I love them. So, so I just started adding up things that I could do and things that I should do that would make me more money. Also sharpen a little bit of skills that I use behind the scenes. Ladies, sometimes you're looking for some money and it's right in your pocketbook. Sometimes you're looking for, help, and the help you need is right within yourself. But sometimes you got to make a sacrifice. Sometimes you got to do something that may not be a trend. You got to fall back. You got to live below your means. Nothing has to be wrong, but it's so that you can have not only a cushion, but more than a cushion. It might not be you, those of us that are mothers, it might be your child or your children. If you are a breadwinner and a helper to your family, it could be the component of that as well. So what I'm simply saying is, don't just spend your money and not know where it's going. Take inventory of your life. Add up everything. When you add it up, see, can I minimize on something? What else can I do with the money that I was spending out that I'm no longer going to be spending out? I've showed a few videos of me cooking at home. That's why I started cooking at home more, because I ate out every day. That was a luxury to myself that I said I would have after being a single parent for, 18 years after my daughter went off to college. I felt like I shouldn't have to cook anymore. I could just, kind of pamper myself. But at the same time, I realized inflation, things are more expensive, and I was not consciously being aware of how much I was spending, just swiping. We all do it. We all do it. Am I telling you you should not look good? No, I'm not. I like to look good myself, but at a thrifty price for me, for my long-term goals as well as my short-term goals. Some of you all are looking for financial help and you think you have a blockage in your finances. You don't. You don't. You just need to reassess. You just need to rebudget. You need to make a choice about, you know what, I'm not going to buy this anymore. I also don't shop the way I used to. Now, I was a shopaholic all my life. That's nothing new. That's something my dad put in me, even with getting my nails done. That's something my dad put in me. But the reason I used to wear my nails so blinged out, it really was a little rebellious state because when I was a teenager growing up, I wasn't allowed to have long nails. I also was not allowed to wear certain colors. So when you saw like the red, the pinks, and the neon colors, those are things that I felt like I missed out on my life when I was a teenager. Long nails were forbidden in my household when, when my dad was living, when I was a child. So I just relived a certain part of my life and did what I wanted to do. And that's just that. So I'm just saying to you, I found an extra $6,000 by minimizing my nails, how I got them done. Minimizing my nails, eating out less, shopping less, and not getting my hair done so much. When I say not getting my hair done, that's more so with the sew-ins, because sew-ins and wigs were very expensive. I was not aware of how expensive and costly those things could be. But those are the things that I sacrificed and that I gave up and minimized, not only to help my daughter, but it gave me a better look at life, finances, my now state of living, as well as my future. So I'll tell you right now, if you think you are having financial hardship, or if you are, take a look at what you spend your money on. Do you have to spend it on that? Do you have to spend it so much? Is there something that you can minimize to make your current life better as well as your future better? That's all I wanted to share with you all. I also want to pause. Let me say something. She said you do need to treat yourself sometimes, and there's also a time to change when you become a grandma. Yes, I do believe in treating myself. When I started back getting my nails done, it was my daughter's, I think her junior year in high school or her senior year in high school. I can't remember. And it was also a recommendation from her because I lived so thrifty. Even when I first started making good money, I just didn't let it be seen. I still kept myself, modest. That was just a choice that I made. I didn't tap into name brand stuff, or I didn't let it be seen around certain people, to be honest. So yes, treat yourself, but treat yourself on a budget if you need to be on a budget. Even when your money is going good and things are flowing real good, you have to recognize seasons of life. Inflation is a part of life. Inflation is a part of life. So you have to learn how to go with the flow and the gist of life. This conversation is to help those of you all that are saying, I need more money. I need a second job. I need this. You may not need a second job so much as you need to cut back on some things. And some of you all, you may need a second job, and that's okay too. Do what works best for you and your household. But what I'm just saying, if you get your nails done, or if you've gotten your nails done, back in the day, a full set was $25. A fill-in was $15. You cannot get a full set under, I think, $45 or $60. A fill-in is $45 to $70 at minimum. So either way, do the math for yourself. You know your lifestyle that you have. You also know the lifestyle that you desire to have. Over here, we do a little of life together. If you need something different, do something different. I hope this message helps. Four things I changed that put $6,000 back into my pockets, or kept it in my pockets. My nails, my hair, my shopping. That was my addiction. I'm gonna go ahead and confess that I've always been a shopaholic. But I also can honestly say that's the addiction for me. People would think that it's food for me, but it's not. It's clothes, it's shoes, it's belts. It used to be jewelry. It's grills. I love blinged out grills in my mouth. I like expensive grills, especially when I travel. It's stuff like that. It used to be jewelry, watches, expensive watches. Those things I came off of very, very long ago. But that's how I used to like to spend my money. But shopping was my addiction. So nails, hair, shopping, and eating out. Those are the 4 things that I've changed in the last year of 2024 that revealed a $6,000 that I could still have in my pocket. Period, point blank. I hope this helps. Peace and blessings. Great day, ladies. We don't have to scrap as much as we think that we do. We have to be wise. We have to do some things that we don't want to do, that we may need to do. And sometimes we just need to be okay with being simple. Sometimes we need to be okay with being plain, and that's okay. But most importantly, I definitely want to say this. Do not think that you have to create a mindset of keeping up with the Joneses. Don't keep up with the Joneses, because you may find out that the Joneses are not the Joneses. They are likely broker than you. So if you are a woman that makes money, kudos to you. I would be selective in how I reveal it and show it. If you are a woman that needs money and you think you just don't have enough, sit yourself down one day and write down everything that you spend your money on. Do you have a budget? Do you know your budget? Do you know your monthly bills? Do you know what you bring in versus what you are sending out? Do you know accounts payable? Do you know accounts receivable? Check yourself first. Then you'll be surprised at what you already have that you don't have to release, and you can just use it differently. You can invest it, or you can start a little private business, you can start a private hustle, you can invest in a skill, you can invest in your trade. We are going to be doing those things this year on this channel, so get ready. I'll go ahead and airdrop this. I am going to have a class that's going to help you with skills and trades, abilities to make money. Money management is not a problem for those that are responsible and disciplined. If you know where you're irresponsible, if you know where you lack discipline, then guess what? You can find your problem. When you work on those 2 things, I can assure you, you will see your life, flourish in a way that you likely thought it would not, and it'll surprise you. So the classes are I'm gonna work on starting it probably this month right here. I'm probably gonna work on the flyer tonight. But even if you cannot afford to take the class I'm going to be offering, you can always afford to sit down and look and assess your life. And I tell you this right here as well. You won't always look for a man to have what you already have, because it's your necessities that you should already have. You won't always look for a man to take care of you, because you'll already be taking care of you. You'll already be taken care of. You will desire a man to add to and contribute what you already contribute to yourself. There is a difference. I hope this helps. Peace and blessings. Great day. Happy New Year's again, ladybugs. $6,000 just going out. Just going out. Just going out. Out the door. How much has gone out the door that you haven't recognized? How much have you spent that you don't have to spend? Is this a season that you should be spending in? Should you be reserving so that you can invest or diversify your money? Do you have a financial portfolio for yourself? Do you have a vision for your life, for yourself? Do you have a desire to do and be more? I assure you, you already have the ability. I assure you, you already have the skill. And I'm certain you already understand your trade. You just got to brand yourself. I'm not talking about entrepreneurship. I'm not just talking about working for someone. I'm talking about finding who you are and the way you make your money, what level and what season you are in on making that money for yourself. Peace and blessing. Great day. Good night. Namaste.